Who's your favourite player?
Mousehole?
Yeah.
Jamie?
Jamie.
Because I know him.
Who's your favourite player?
Billy.
Why do you like Billy?
Because he's good. Really good. He's better than me.
It's been good, and I think everyone's enjoying it. I think everyone at the club's enjoying it, so which is why we do it.
Yeah, brilliant. Like I've said to so many people since I've been here 2 years now, that it's just unbelievable.
Sausage pie and quiches. The rice is to follow.
It's great. I love every minute of it. It's been brilliant.
Oh, we had some fun.
I'm not really one to kind of envisage sort of how it would feel or how it would be. It's so cliche, you know, in that one game at a time. But it has to be that way, you know, because you never know what players you're going to have from 1 week to the next. COVID, you know, the weather. It's just so week by week, you know, and adding to the squad and players' availability. So didn't really know where we'd be. So it's been what I thought it would be in terms of the league and the challenge. It's actually probably, I knew it'd be a step up, and I said that quite publicly, but I think it's actually probably been a bigger step up than we thought, in terms of the regularity of how tough each game is.
Mez will be playing towards the Hutchins Park end, and Saltash United will be playing towards the Coppack end.
Boys, come on!
Today and the right result in the end, so it gives us a lot of food for thought. We watched the video, you know, we've got them again on Wednesday, so it's a quick turnaround, so take something from it, we'll learn from it, and then take it into Wednesday, because you've got to be better than that. looked at the video Saturday, and perhaps I was a bit naive on Saturday. Saltash came and did a good job on us last season, or the season when COVID was interrupted, and they came and did exactly the same thing on Saturday. And I looked at it afterwards, and I was frustrated with myself for not tweaking things and changing things probably quickly enough. So we changed things today, and first half we were outstanding. Caused them so many problems. Frustrated it was only 2. They've had their chances because they're a good side going forward, you know, and they've got threats. But I felt like we could have killed it off even more first half, and then second half's nip and tuck. But we just dug in really nicely, and we still showed quality going forward. And I think in the end it probably could have been 6-3, and you know, but the right team won today. You know, they've said that the right team won on Saturday. They deserved it. We were much better today in our shape. The energy levels were better. The intensity was better. And we said to the boys, when those bits are right, we win games. So, really pleased tonight.
It's obviously it's a difficult one. Out of every position, probably a goalkeeper is the most important. If they go, usually most teams have only got one standout goalie. We are very lucky here. We've got 3 or 4.
It's big, you know, and Corey was a huge part of what we've done. But we kind of always planned for it anyway. We knew about his operation was going to come, so we always knew there was going to be a period where we'd need someone to step in. So I think when it probably comes out the blue, it's more difficult. But we'd always forward plan with Corey, knowing that he was going to be out with his injury anyway. So you know, him moving to another club has kind of just accelerated that plan a little bit. But it's tough because he was a big part of what we did.
In 5 Live Sport today, you can hear Scotland versus Israel at 5 p.m, followed by Andorra versus England at 7:45.
It's great to be back to football, as we know it. Some of the away games that we've had, the experiences on the bus, some of the grounds we've been to that we've never been to before have been fantastic. It's just nice to wake up after a win feeling like it's taken everything we've got to get 3 points, which, you know, no disrespect, but it hasn't been that way for the last few years. It's great, and going to a team that you don't know anything about really. We try and do as much research as we can, but it's still hard. It's great. I love every minute of it. It's been brilliant.
Yeah, really frustrating. I was just saying to Fletch then, I've had like the worst week. Obviously I had a game midweek against Saltash. The boys were brilliant, but for me, like, it's just been so stressful not training, no game at the end of it. Yeah, it's pretty hard. But last game today, so.
Saturday you could be doing something else. Why are you here?
For that exact reason, like, it's not an individual sport. Like, I love the lads, they're brilliant, and over everything, that we get the points and we move up the league. So I think that's the most important thing. And I want to see it, and I love football at the end of the day. So to come up here and watch the boys, it's nothing better for me to do on a Saturday, really.
Alright ladies, everybody ship shape in Bristol fashion.
trying to get it all done. Like we've got veggies, we've got people who are Muslim, so we can have pork. It's organisation, making sure you've got enough for everybody. Yeah, that's about it really.
And how do you get it all organised?
Us ladies are a good team. Jake's two coffee white naan. We've got a little WhatsApp group and we all sort of go on there and say, right, who's doing this, who's doing that, and it all gets done. Like little fairies in the background.
Without the people and the hard work all the families have put into this club in the past, and I'm not going to mention any names because I wouldn't like to leave anybody out, but you know, if it wasn't for those people, none of us would be here today in this position.
I think you're quite proud of what you do as well, aren't you?
Sometimes. Sometimes I'm proud of it.
It can be quite challenging sometimes.
Yes, sometimes I could just chuck it out there.
That's probably what it is.
Afternoon, boys. This is really the pinnacle of the dream, I believe. The existence of the club. This is the highest accolade or the highest position, certainly game that we've ever competed in, and I'm really looking forward to this. This means a great deal. Not the financial thing, but these boys have worked really hard and trained really hard about that. And the best thing is, some of the boys are from mid Cornwall, and it seems as though their heart is in Mousehole. Mousehole Football Club, which is it means so much to myself and the other volunteers that are here. Absolute dream come true.
Massively important. It's the first ever home game in the FA Vars. You know, for the crowd to see it and feel the competition is amazing. I'm glad they get that opportunity because it's a fantastic competition. And it's a great opportunity for us to get in the next round, and the longer you go in it, the more and more exciting and special it gets. So fingers crossed we can perform with a little bit more intensity than we did last week, because we're going to need to today, because there's 7 unbeaten, so a good side. So it's a great day, it's a magical day, but if we don't get the result we want, it'll be a rubbish day.
round in the next round. Wasn't the prettiest game, but it's just, you know, great, and we've got a great night ahead of us now. It'll be brilliant.
Oh, it's brilliant, absolutely fantastic, absolutely thrilled with it. I thought the team, the whole club's come together, and you know, we've got the right result.
It's the anticipation and the build up of the game that's ahead of us, and just being amongst the players, picking up the positive energies, picking up the banter, and it's becoming part of the whole team and the whole structure, where we're actually becoming. We started the season as strangers. We've almost become a very close family now.
Context over the years. It's only about a dozen years ago that the club was only playing in a league sort of to the west of Cornwall. Now we play in Somerset, South Gloucestershire and Dorset. So that shows that as the club has progressed on the field, the travel distances have increased hugely. So just by comparison, last season, had it been a complete season, we would have travelled about 2,200 miles return journeys. This season, having been promoted to the Western League in the much bigger geographical area, we're travelling 5,600 miles, which is about 250% more than was the case last year.
Just dominated the ball first half and just didn't quite create enough, and then but it was pleasing to get a goal early second half, and then we dominated for 20 minutes, and then the journey got the better of everyone. I think there were some tired legs out there, both teams. Last 20 minutes, pitch was heavy, you know, it's been a lot of rain and the pitch was heavy last 20 minutes. It looked like a mistake was going to win it, and then in the end, you know, Ollie's saved the day for us with a fantastic penalty save. And it's got us a point, which we deserve, you know, and I think probably on the days that it's probably about the right result. We feel frustrated we didn't kill it off, but no, it's probably about the right result.
Hello, Maggie. Hello. How you doing? The house is owned by 2 people in the football club, and it's 3 bedrooms. The boys are in here, train 3 times a week, help coaching with the college, and they've got jobs. 2 of them are working in recruitment locally as well for 2 companies that actually sponsor the football club, and they're all living here, which is great.
It's great. It's a really good location. It's close to the town. It's close to training. Really good views over the sea. So no, we're chuffed to bits with the house. It's great.
And what about your housemates?
Housemates, I mean, that's debatable, isn't it? No, they're good lads. Get on with them well. Know them from a few years ago. Know Connor from way back when, from my time at Leeds, and Paolo from my previous time at Mousehole. So no, cracking lads, great to live with. So I couldn't ask for much more.
What it does is it brings a new element of a different element of player to our football club. So the boys have been at Leeds, Sheffield United. Max has been in Norway. They just bring a slightly different element to what we're doing, and it just gives it a different dynamic. I think it really helps with team spirit. It really helps. It gives these boys an opportunity to train, even though they haven't got a professional club anymore. So yes, it works for us well, but it also helps these boys out, and it's great for them.
After this one, jog it through to the back.
I knew we'd win today. Nothing to do with the opponents. Could have played anyone today. It's always been the same. When we train Tuesday, Thursday, and the intensity is really high. We had 20, 21 there on Thursday, and the intensity is just so high. It's really tough then for that to fizzle out on a Saturday. And it was the same Tuesday. It's the best we've trained all week. And in parts you could really see it. It was a real fizz about our play, real energy about it. And it's nice to have players coming back. That's the other bit about training. You test players out Tuesday and Thursday and see if they're ready to go again. Nice to see Shawnee on the bench and Mark doing their running now. So yeah, positive day, and I said after to the boys, it comes from training with that intensity, and it carries into a Saturday. It's really just to get the boys' legs moving. We've obviously been on the bus, some of the boys, since 8:30. So a bit of superstition. We played at Ilfracombe, we were rubbish, and we didn't do this. So and we looked pretty lethargic. So it's just a case of getting the legs moving, and gives the boys a chance to have a chat, not necessarily the person they're sat next to on the bus. And just to get legs moving, really, just get blood flowing and get people a bit more active.
I've said it to so many people since I've been here 2 years now, that it's just unbelievable. Not just the football side of it, but the friends I've made, the car, travel an hour down and plus, and it's all just really enjoyable. So I don't regret any of it.
I think the fact that we are ambitious and that we don't see this as the level we want to stop, we want to keep progressing. I think that's a big thing for a player, to join a club that doesn't want to just stand still.
It's just so all-encompassing, which I love, and it's a little bit, that's the way I operate. I'm just all or nothing with everything I do. So it takes up an awful lot of time. No, it's relentless, but it's all right. I managed to find ways to separate myself. Sundays are a big day for me. I just try and switch off for Sundays. I'm not great at it, but I do try and have a little bit of time where I step away from it. But yeah, it's non-stop, but I love it and I wouldn't change it. And I think if it wasn't like that, I wouldn't give it my best. So it's really important that it is that way.
Yeah, great. That's I think that's probably our best performance of the season so far, against what is probably one of the toughest places to go. So yeah, chuffed with that.
Enjoy
really
it.
happy. Really happy. Yeah, it's great.
Come on! Yes!